Hello, everybody. Welcome to this week's Wednesday Night Live with 15 Minutes of Murder. I am your host, Tanisha Slater, along with my co-host, Craig Chapman, and our resident Day One crime expert,
Desiree Edwards, the original Spinderella of this piece.
who is also coming up in here looking fancy. We got our hair done. We're loving it. We're loving it.
We are. I've even had to do
the bamboo earrings at least,
and do the black girl experience. Yes.
I love it. I love it. It looks so good. It looks so pretty.
Thank you.
You wear it well. You wear it well. So we're going to be getting into this week. We've all, of course, like all of you out there, been very busy. Work, all the things, but news never stops. What's up, Des?
No, I was just gonna say I forgot to tell y'all, like, part of, like, back to my hair just real quick, like, that's like what I be telling y'all, like, when I be like tapped in with my clients and stuff like that. My client's wife braided my hair yesterday, so like I spent he unfortunately is in prison, but I spent the day at his house with his wife and his kids and her family, and we just had a good time, braid my hair, binge watching Tyler Perry's Divorce Sisters. But that's part of what I mean when I'm like, no, I'm really tapped in with my clients. Like, yeah,
I love it. It's like, well, while we have the time.
Yeah,
I love it.
Okay, so back to 15 Minutes of Murder.
Back to 15 Minutes of Murder. But yeah, we've been busy, but you know, we love chilling out on Wednesdays, talking about current events, old stuff, what we've got going on. So don't forget, if you have not yet, like and subscribe. Follow us on your favorite platform that you like to watch or that you like to listen to podcasts. We're on all of them. So knock yourself out, like and subscribe, and let's get into it. So what do we got this week, Des?
Y'all, when does this Murdaugh stuff end? Will it ever?
Insane.
I don't know.
Well, finally, well, you got to say finally, though. You always say, oh, they never get the guy. They never do this. The man, they got the man. For what, it might not be for what he did, but he is doing time and in time.
I mean, they may have had the man for the murders of these folks, his wife and his son, except we have this court clerk who was extremely overzealous. And once again, I will die on this hill that a lot of times when y'all at home watching TV, the news and true crime stories, and you get enraged and you upset, how did he get off and how did this happen? It starts in the courtrooms, in those judges' chambers, with those prosecutors and with the investigating police. And this was one of those.
Alert. Though, if you have not seen this doc, it is a Netflix Instadoc. So it's a 30-minute documentary. Goes real quick. But if you haven't seen it, pause, watch it, come back and watch us, because
you know what these Instadocs are? They're Netflix's version of what we do on Wednesday night.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically like trying to update cases as fast as they possibly can, but it still takes them like 2 to 3 weeks to get to it. So.
And so if you watch the previous Netflix documentary, you saw this woman. Her name was Rebecca Hill. She goes by Becky. She was actually featured prominently throughout that documentary. And what she is she is a court clerk. And for the sake of this discussion, her role as the court clerk during the trial is merely to accommodate the jurors and make sure, like, they're fed. So if any juror has to call in, like, I'm sick or I'm going to be late, she's the one charged with that. She's the one moving them from one location to another. At this point, that is solely But what she decided to do was interject herself in the jury deliberations, contacting the jurors, telling the jurors what they should and should not look out for during trial testimony. One of the jurors specifically was not drinking the Becky Hill court clerk Kool-Aid. So 1 hour before the jury was to get the case, which means 1 hour before the jury was to start deliberating, that woman was released from the jury.
Oh.
Yeah. And so it was a big mess. And one of the things specifically that she told the jurors was watch his actions. Meaning pay attention, he's going to be lying, all this kind of stuff. So Alec Murdaugh's defense team did what a defense team was supposed to have done. They dug into that, found out that this stuff was going on. They managed to win this man a retrial. And this woman, Becky Hill, was charged with a slew of crimes. They fell short of charging her with jury tampering, but she was sentenced to probation and community service and restitution, which just her sentence alone pissed me off because, ma'am, you have disrupted this process.
So she was found with not tampering with.
Yeah, it was some other charges that she eventually pled guilty to, but the heaviest that they could have gone with her would have been that tampering charge. And it was like obstruction and something else that she pled guilty to. But like I said, like that just pisses me off because whatever we think of Alec Murdaugh, you disrupted this process.
Yeah.
This man was sent to prison based upon your tampering possibly. Those taxpayers, you have wasted their money because now this man has to be tried over again. Like it's a big mess, and he gets a new trial next year. Now, like T was saying, no matter the outcome of this, whatever goes on with these murders, this man is sitting in federal penitentiary for at least 40 years on financial crimes. And we could look at his picture right here and see that he's, no spring chicken. So if they sentence him to 15 or 20 years, that may possibly be a life sentence for him. So it was, what are you even playing around with these murder charges for? Yeah. This man could spend the rest of his life in prison anyway. So just play the game and play the game fair.
As we're sitting here talking about it, because I watched the documentary too, and it's just, it's a small town.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, there has to be something more nefarious about this. Like there has to be like somebody told her to do or whatever. And honestly, watching it and seeing her and like, people are trying to understand, why did she do it? She was coming out with a book. They thought that she was doing it to be able to sell, more books, which she did.
She did.
I honestly think in watching her, she is just a busybody. She is just a people pleaser. And she is just someone who got to be in the mix and got to throw her 2 cents in, and it makes her feel big, whatever, makes her feel bigger than it is. I don't think there's anything.
Well, go ahead, and then I will say what I got to say about that.
I don't think there was anything underhanded about what she was doing, except for it was messy, sloppy, and she probably should not be in that position.
Well, I disagree completely with that. And the reason why I disagree is because I work in this industry, and this is not an industry for a busybody. So that is why even when we're talking about my cases, I only give as much information to get that point across. I do not insert myself into the story. And even, listen, y'all, when I am at court and I am waiting in the hallway to testify, if my courtroom that I am waiting on to go testify in is on the 5th floor, I may wait on the 6th floor. I may wait on the 3rd floor, and I will tell the attorney, text me when you need me and I will come up. So that way I am nowhere near that courtroom. If I am in the court building and there are jurors from another case getting in the elevator, I will get out of that elevator. The only time you will see me anywhere jurors are is if we are in a large community area like the courtroom's cafeteria or something like that. But when you are in this industry, there is absolutely no room for you to insert yourself and to become a busybody, because this right here, this topic is the reason for that. Like, you just being nosy and gossip girl and all that kind of stuff, that can send someone to prison, or that can cost a victim's families their justice, because now the person who has done them wrong is now walking free again. So there is absolutely no room for that. Like, if that's the kind of person you are, girl, T-Mobile is hiring all the time. Go find them. But if you're going to be inserting yourself and disrupting the process, get out of my industry. I take so much offense to this. So much.
There was, I feel like in the beginning of the documentary, they were talking to somebody else in the group of people that make the decision.
The
jury. And the guy was like, here, I thought we had put this behind us, that this was over with. And he's like, here we go again. We have to go through this all over again. And it's going to put the family through it again, and society again through this.
And taxpayers and just anyone. This was in one of the Kakalackas. I don't remember if it was North Carolina or South Carolina, but someone all the way, in Denmark watching this may be re-triggered. They're just sitting watching, cartoons or something, and this headline comes up or something. Like, this stuff is very traumatic, and to keep having to relive it, because once they start trial preparations for the new trial, it's literally them starting all over again. They have to revisit everything from scratch. So every witness that they've already spoken to, every witness who already has testified, has to do that again. And we saw, like, those people they had some really horrendous stories to tell about their encounters with Alex Murdaugh and the rest of the family. And they got to tell that mess all over again.
There's also time for you. I mean, we are not like, recorders where what you say is embedded in exactly. So there are details that could be skipped over, missed, or altered by the time it comes around again.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Kirsten says you can have your feelings about a case, but keep it out of the courthouse. Yeah, that's true. It's like, that's busybody behavior to me. It's like, hush your mouth. Like, we, and I gotta say, we do it like in television. We do it like, you have guests. I'll use Court TV. Myself and Kirsten, who just made that comment, we work together on a court show, and so it's like court meets television. So it's like production, but also the truth a little bit there. And you have to babysit these guests, and these guests are going to be on the stand, and you're engaging with them, you're talking to them, but you're not influencing them. You're not telling them, how they should feel, what they should say. You're only speaking in the facts. I'm not using my own opinion in it. Now, if I could use my own opinion in it, that can completely change what they're going to say when they go out there. And we know this.
Exactly.
And we, of all people, should know this is a no-no. Like, this is not your day one job.
And what you just said, how you and Kirsten and the rest of the production staff worked on that court TV situation, that is the role of the clerk during trial. That's it. That's all. Her job is to know who wants crunchy or smooth peanut butter on their peanut butter sandwiches. Her role is to know who wants diet or Coke, zero Coke. That's her role.
She's playing the
small town though.
She's playing the role of a production assistant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know, and they can be the most dangerous because
Yes.
they don't know when they should be running their mouth and when they should not be running their mouth.
Yes, there have been many times when I've had to be like, "What did you say? What did they say?" Like you
what
can't
are
say
you
that.
doing? Why are
Yeah.
you talking to them? What
Like
are you
we're not
doing?
their friends. Like just bring the sandwich.
Yeah. So in all of that damage, she only got probation, and I think her restitution may have been like a little under $12,000. But just imagine how much that costs taxpayers.
How much that costs us.
Way more.
And you disrupted pretty much one of the crimes of the crime of the year. Yeah. Like this is no like,
right. And you at least me, I don't know about nobody else, but you have made me angry because now you got me in a position to where now I'm defending this man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true too. That's true too, because like you said, what doesn't matter what you did, guilty, innocent, there are rules that you abide by in the court of law that is pliable to everyone.
Yeah, that one dismissed juror said that Becky Hill came and told her, you're all going to be famous, but y'all need to listen carefully. You need to pay very close attention to Alex's body movements, his motions, and, don't be fooled by what the defense says. You're going to hear a lot of things.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
So that juror said her first thought was, so are you telling me they're going to lie? And that is the ear that she proceeded to hear the testimony on. Yeah. Yep. And it's that juror who was dismissed an hour before they were to start deliberating.
And now, is it even like sensible that you would even be able to write a book to talk about the details that were in the courtroom? Like, how was she even able to write a book about this?
How? Because if y'all remember, when we talked about this I think we talked about this on Wednesday Night Live, and I was saying, like, if I was her judge and she worked in my chambers, I would be so embarrassed because now what she has done is diminished the confidentiality, diminished the ethics, diminished the reputation of that judge, his courtroom, and his chambers.
And that's the part that kept making me think, okay, maybe there is something underlying. Like maybe somebody from that team got to her and was like, listen, this is a simple, easy thing for you to do. Buy us more time, or like just hinder this case, see if we can, I don't know, just somebody tampering and using her for whatever reason.
Yeah, and again, that is why for me, being an insider the way that I am, this is so upsetting and striking to me because I get phone calls, emails, and things like that from the judge's chambers. And it might be a judge clerk, it might be anyone from the judge's chambers. But when you get that phone call from the judge's chambers, that is therefore a representation of that judge and that judge's courtroom. So for her to be behaving like this,
yeah, fired.
Get out.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of jail. Not the country club jail.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't think now. Here's the kicker. If they could have, in a way, charged her with perjury throughout all of this, depending on maybe if she would have lied during the investigation of this. But if you are convicted of perjury on a crime, you are subject to being sentenced to the time of the sentence that you just disrupted. So, exactly. So if Tanisha is on trial for murder and Craig testifies and he lies on the stand to defend Tanisha, and the prosecutor see fits to charge Craig with perjury, and Craig is found guilty, Craig can easily be sentenced to the same amount of time that T will be facing for murder. Like, perjury is a serious thing.
Wow.
Yes. So if you lie in a trial, that offense carries a life sentence, and you're convicted of perjury, you could be looking at life. If you lie during a trial of an offense that carries a 5-year sentence, you could be convicted of 5 years. So yes, this what she got going on, this ain't nothing to play with.
No, yeah, that should scare her away from it.
I mean,
she knows better. She knows better. She's right there. She's a court clerk. I
mean, so then this is her technically getting away with murder. Like, you just got off easy. You got off real easy.
Mm-hmm.
You know who's not getting off easy though?
I know.
Mackenzie.
Yeah,
Mackenzie. And you want to know what's going on with Miss Mackenzie Shirilla? She's not happy. No. She's not happy in jail right now. She's afforded to be able to talk to her mom. She could still, she has her friends in jail, but there's a little clip that TMZ ran about her complaining to her mom about her time in prison.
Do y'all want to take a listen?
Yeah, let's take a listen. I didn't really get to listen to it.
All right, let me see if I can do this correctly.
I know. But how am I going to make this one book stretch? I have to read it a couple times. I'm not reading the same book over and over and over again.
I know, Kelly. I don't know. This super sucks. They should have when you come, they should give you like a welcome, not a welcome thing, like you're new, you need to get your commissary. Here's some.
We need to just figure out this iPad like ASAP. Like, I'm so for real.
And my visitation is still pending for my video visits, and they're just said they'll contact me when I'm approved. So.
And get all my friends to make them too.
I did. I sent it to everybody. So
I'm annoyed.
I can't make them. But yeah, this is gonna suck until you can get your shit.
Like, it's only 3:30. How is it only 3:30? For real.
I don't know.
I did not even know it was only 3:30. I thought it was like 5. It's 3:30.
Can you get a job?
No, because I have the charges that I have, so they don't let people with charges like me get jobs. So I'm told. I haven't asked the staff yet, though.
Ask the staff if there's something you
can do. But I probably can't get a job because I'm on the 7th floor. That's probably, they probably are not going to let me get a job.
They should let you sweep and mop or do something. Just ask, is there a job I can do or something to help? Yeah.
Nizo, bidikido diza, sida, kider diza, bizich. Ida diza, liza, kider.
Oh, well then wait until
it's the one from earlier. I was like, he's on me the police on either me resume. Either she's like he's with the either she's or lazy be like she's a weed she's eating either he's at like me that is he's right.
You good? Y'all good?
Yeah. I've heard enough because she knows very well that they're being listened to, so she's gonna pull out their little ubby-dubby pig Latin secret language so that, they don't get found out what they're talking about. You're bored in jail. Oh.
My thing is, she's complaining. It's 3:30. It feels like 5. It's like you got years out of you.
You got nothing but time. Okay, check it.
Yeah.
And for me, it's so much with this clip. What did we listen to? Like 2 minutes, if that. And for my first point, let's go back to this pig Latin or whatever kind of distorted language this was. That is further clarification of her defiance of authority and all of that kind of stuff. Because when that girl was in that hospital room and those police officers came in there to investigate her, Her and her mama sat in that hospital and started talking that pig Latin and trying to get their lives and story together. Talk about, can we just tell them that
She
I
had
had
a
a
seizure.
seizure? Yeah. Okay. And so then that you were outed with that, and then that made the media, and then now here you are on the phones again. So I don't know when that phone call was made in comparison in time to what I'm talking about, but still, girl, you ain't gonna never learn. And then this is back to what I'm saying about her parents. Her mama not one time checked that girl.
Yeah,
Not
one time.
Not
Sitting there
one
talking to her mother like she's the boss.
Now, one time did that little girl mama say to her, but baby, but daughter, but child that I raised and that I love and I will support until the day that you die. Baby, there are people whose children are dead.
Mm-hmm.
Let's don't. I understand that you may feel a little bit uncomfortable where you are, but all this cussing, ranting, and raving when when the families of those two children can never speak to them again. Let's check this.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take inventory of where we are and who we are at this point.
Yeah, it's like her mother doesn't even realize, like, you could have lost your daughter too in that accident, and maybe you should check her and start parenting her on what she actually did. And I granted, day in, day out, it can't be that same thing, but this is ridiculous.
What were you gonna say, Craig?
I was just gonna say, imagine how, Dominic's family feels, and when they hear her talking like that, like,
they probably can't even listen to any of this stuff.
No.
Well,
at least you get to read a book. At least you get to talk to your mom. At least,
At least you get to go to the whoever is the CEO above your floor and find out if you could get a job to spend your time. But that's what I was telling y'all when I was watching Dominic's sister's podcast, and they started listening to some of Mackenzie's jail calls. It was like 3 seconds into the call, and the sister was like, I can't do this. I can't listen to this.
Yeah,
I can't do this.
It's just zero awareness of what you've done.
No
remorse.
And
still all about her, all about me, my happiness, my me.
Every single case that I have, when I am talking to my attorneys, I tell them the most frightening clients to defend is a client who refuses to take accountability for anything. That is the most terrifying thing to see. Yeah, Des, I did that, but this is why I did it, or I was high, or I was raised, this kind of way. But yeah, I did do. That is completely different than what we're hearing from Mackenzie and her family. Like, because what that lack of accountability, awareness, and empathy tells me is that you are definitely a repeat offender. If this girl ain't done nothing to disrupt somebody's life at this before she killed Dominic and Davion, she will definitely do it again, because she don't see nothing wrong with it.
No. And there's no accountability from her parents at all. So
nope.
Why should you feel bad?
Nope.
I just really feel like there's just such an instability that there's a mental, there's something wrong.
I was going to say it's like a family of psychopaths.
Yeah.
Like they're all a little off kilter.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And that's like what T and I were talking about the first time that we talked about this is, they always say like there's a difference between nature and nurture. I think with Mackenzie, even if she was mentally stable and mentally well, just from the nurturing of her parents, we will still be here. we would still be here. This girl, because ain't nobody told. Listen to that phone call.
Yeah. Unchecked.
And mom, yeah, well, my visitation application ain't even got approved yet. Girl, I tell y'all what, call Davion and Dominic's mama and them and ask them what the status of their visitation application. Let's start there.
And let's think about time for them. What time for them is like. It's almost like they are serving time because of their loss.
Ask them what time of the day did they think it was.
Yeah. And it's crazy to me because it also feels like the mom is terrified of her, or like the mom is being a people pleaser in regards to her daughter, as though like she won't be popular or something. It's like, it's just insane. Like the mental clarity of recognizing what has been done is bizarre and baffling to me.
Girl, let me tell you something. If any one of my kids had did the slightest harm, not even a full, if my kids would have broken Davion's arm in this accident, I would be laid out on the floor. I would be feeling so bad. I would be so embarrassed. I would be so ashamed. I would look at that as a full account of my parenting. That I raised the child who would harm this woman's child.
Yeah.
That would be my response as a mother.
Yeah.
And she ain't got none of that.
Yeah, it makes no sense. And it's so infuriating and frustrating that it's because it's almost like, I mean, us sitting here and talking about her, but I mean, being on TMZ and TMZ reposting it as though like it just gives you that kind of cred that you want. That's what she wants. This is what she wants. She wants that, 15 minutes of murder fame that comes with doing, these things and reporting in news, and it just doesn't go away. And these parents have to relive it. Davion's parents and his sisters, like, they just have to relive every time she does something stupid. It's going to make news.
And y'all, again, the lack of accountability, whenever you make or receive a jail call, that call is being recorded. It says it. It says that.
Yeah.
Before you push that option to select that, to answer that call, it tells you are being recorded. So the public is hearing that, and the public is going to scrutinize that, because the profile of the mess that your daughter has done, and still.
Yeah. All right,
you ain't even tried to put up and try to trick the people to make the people feel that you were a good mom.
Yeah. I'm over her now. Now we talked about her, like, I don't want to talk about her anymore.
This is our third week going on talking about.
I'm done with it. You did what you did, and you're a non-factor now. Like, go be best. But yeah, there's nothing left there. I'm done with her. But bye. Okay. Thank you. But now on to things that I am always still curious about.
Yes.
Where is Miss Nancy?
I was just going to ask that same question.
Now, this, the sheriff is like, oh, well, we're waiting on evidence. We're waiting on lab work and evidence to present itself so that we can find a suspect. And it's like, we're going into the summer. We are going into the summer. You were in our faces, and now y'all are ghosts and crickets, as though y'all sitting back and finding out what actually happened to this woman.
Y'all, what is really surprising to me, and I don't know if that's if surprising is the right word. But what I am taken aback with is how much this woman remains on the timeline of my socials. Like the greater community, like people are still posting things like, where is Nancy? Or even like I was on this one girl's post and her post simply said, that lady, they still ain't found that lady, and ain't nobody said nothing else about it.
No.
And everybody in the comments knew exactly who she was talking about, and everyone in the comments was having a full-blown discussion, because even without saying a name, a town, or anything, we all knew that the post was referencing Miss Nancy.
Yeah. And like Kirsten, just said, as Craig just put up, that she's pretty much no longer with us at this point. And I was thinking that earlier today, and I was like, the dire, desperate need of needing to find this woman because of her medication and her situation with her health was so dire. But here we are months later, and it's like, that would have been caught, I get. Well, not necessarily if you needed specific medication to keep this woman, alive. Like it just, the fact that there's like all this evidence, but there's no evidence is crazy to me. There's all these suspects, but there is no suspect. I mean, I guess that's typically the way it goes, but come on, like, something like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. And one of the things that I am also constantly seeing on my timeline, there is a famous blogger named John Murray. Y'all may know him, y'all may not, but he recently posted, like, he used to be on like most recently, like Sherry Shepherd. He used to do like segments on her show or whatever, but he posted something and he was like, this story touches me so much because of my relationship with my mother, and I can only imagine if my mother was still missing, yada yada yada. Like it almost feels like Nancy has become everyone's mother as far as the concern for her goes. What you hearing and seeing, T?
I swear to you, it just sounds like plane wheels just rolled over my roof. Yeah, I just got my friend just text me like, what the heck was that?
So wait a minute, I have lemonade with the green straw, and look how it has picked up on
green screen. Awesome. Yeah, that was just scary. Like, I mean, we all know, 9/11, I can't, like, planes like give me anxiety, and that was so low that I could feel my place shaking, and it was so loud. That was crazy. I've never experienced a plane that low.
Well, we talk about green screen.
My green screen.
Wait. It's here. Here, go take some of my green screen, Craig. I'll share my green screen with you. Here, take some of mine.
I should probably fix that, huh?
Oh my gosh, this is so funny. I love it.
We have probably been on like 2 minutes too long, because the green screen said, if y'all don't shut up, I'm tired at this point. The green screen is like, I can't hang on no more.
Well, people, with that, we listen to the green screen.
We have worn out our welcome, dog.
Yeah, I needed that laugh. It's been a long week.
Swear to God.
Yeah.
That's so fun.
Sorry, y'all.
Miss Nancy, we prayers to her family.
Yes.
And answers, because that's just, but thank you all, because the green screen said it's time for y'all to go.
It's time to go.
Okay,
it's time.
wrap it up.
The green.
It's a new green screen, so I must not have adhered it to the wall good enough.
Green screen said you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, anyway, thank you guys for joining us this Wednesday. Thank you for laughing with us. Don't judge us now. But thanks for coming. Thanks for liking. Thanks for sharing. If you haven't, like, subscribe. Check us out on 15minutesofmurder.com. Hit us up on the podcasts. Check out season 1. We got 7 full episodes and 7 deep dives for you to check out if you've missed them and you're new to us. And we will see you again next Wednesday to catch up on what we've been doing and any new news. And for my time, I'm out. I'm good. Drop mic. Y'all take it.
Yeah, and y'all will see me in the next day or so, tonight, tomorrow, maybe Friday, one of those 2 days, because I'll be doing the Ask a PI. So you will see me before Wednesday.
Yes, please be sure to chime in on Ask a PI, ask some questions. That's what we're posting these for. Desiree always has great topics to talk about, but we welcome your conversation, please. And we do have stuff that we're working on, a new season. We also have some new platforms that we will be available on in the coming weeks, not only YouTube, but a couple more.
We can't say anything yet, right?
We sure.
No.
Sure. No.
It's-
Okay. We'll wait. We'll wait.
Green screen said.
Green screen said go. Save the surprises for the people later because we got big news. We got big news and we're excited. So
Yeah. So we'll see y'all next time.
Yep. See you next week.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
All right. Good night.
Bye-bye.